Hola, hola, muy buenas a todos, aquí a Jose con otro nuevo capitulazo de The Outer Worlds. Y aquí estamos donde lo habíamos dejado anteriormente en el otro capítulo. Y bueno, vamos a hablar con la maquinita de la nave y, y vamos a conectar ya el modulador de corriente y vamos a ver qué
What
nos
can I do
espera.
for you, Captain?
Tengo el
Do
regulador de
you know
corriente.
how to install a power regulator?
Sí, sé lo que me hago. Toma,
Outstanding,
vuelvo por
Captain.
otra.
Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Venga, hasta luego. Subo las escalerillas. Tiririri. Y aquí estoy. Volvemos a tener corriente. Habla con nada. Pero te veis que hay algo por aquí. ¿Esto qué es? Reinicio de competencias profesionales. ¿Qué coño? Si elige reiniciar tu personaje, te devolverá todos los puntos de talento. El precio de reinicio aumentará cada vez que... Ah, no quiero. ¡Hostia! Me partí una pierna.
What can I
Vamos.
do for you,
¿Qué
Captain?
puedo hacer por usted, capitán? He instalado el
Our
regulador de
systems are
corriente.
operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Larguémonos de aquí. ¡Ole! Mi madre, se hace polvo la máquina. Coño. Menos mal que iba despacio. Hagáis al odds. Ajá. Quedar sujeto que conozcan a otra persona es un delito y afecta a tu reputación. Muy ojito con lo que vas cogiendo por ahí. Sí, hombre. Yo no he cogido nada que no es mío. O no me pertenezca. Yo encuentro un electroganzúa, vamos que se lo cojo. ¿Y a dónde podremos ir?
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Bien, estaba esperando saber algo de... Pues la verdad que no.
Aha, there you are, hale and hearty and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain, horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Al grano, Phineas. No, al grano, Phineas.
What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Vale, iré a hablar con Gaddy. ¿Por qué necesito una clave de navegación para aterrizar en el planeta? Calma, me estás pidiendo que me involucre en el mercado negro. O podría poner un par de años luz entre Action y yo. No podemos aterrizar. Vale. ¿Por qué necesito una clave?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kilkelly.
GamePlay manual hace encima.
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place. And we can start by reviving the hope.
Ir a hablar con Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Le daré buen uso, gracias.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Vale. Selecciona un destino, tío. Aquí. Oh. Terminal de navegación. Hostia. Vale, tenemos. Esta es la pionera. ¿Aquí es donde tenemos que ir? Sí, ¿no? Hangares de la pionera. Ah, sí, tenemos que ir ahí. Este es el mapa del sistema. Aquí puedes ver todos los planetas a buenas horas. Hemos llegado a la pionera, vale. ¿Qué coño tengo ahí arriba? Algo tengo ahí arriba, a ver. ¡Hala! Sudario holográfico. ¡Hombre! Para mí. Usar terminal, dice. Mensaje para Alex Hardware, no sé qué. Buscar mensajes y leer. Esto. Vale. Volver al principio. Registro. Vale. Ah, vale, ya está. No tengo más nada. Contenedor. Ah, mira, aquí puedo guardar cosas. Pues espérate, que voy a guardar, Vale, lo que tengo equipado, supongo que no estará por aquí, ¿no? No, sí, esto lo tengo equipado. Esto lo tengo equipado, esto también. Esto no. Esto tampoco. Esto tampoco. Esto tampoco. Esto tampoco. Nada. ¿Qué es lo que tengo equipado, tío? Esto y esto. Mierda. Armadura 9. Eso lo guardamos y esto lo guardamos. ¡Wow! Mira que tengo cosas, chaval. Venga, vamos a empezar a dejar cosas. Adrena. Cronalina. Bueno, vamos a dejarlo ahí. Vale. Todo esto. Perfecto. Todo esto también. Todo esto también. Y todo esto supongo que será para vender. ¿Cómo de todo? Vale. Pues ahora ya tengo más espacio, tío. Hostia, si tengo puntos de talento. Hombre. Vamos a subir esto que no tengo. Y esto, venga. Espérate, que el Vicario Max también tiene una ventaja por subir. Amenaza generada. Pirateo, venga. No, dale para atrás. Aplicar, aceptar. Vámonos. Bien, genial. Vámonos. Es hora de irnos. Elige hasta 2 acompañantes. Ahora. Ah, ya está. Ah, vale. El puntito de abajo, debajo del nombre. Vale, continuar. Pues vámonos. Es hora de continuar. Genial. A ver qué nos espera. Esto es una nave. Así que... a ver qué nos encontramos. Bueno, la tenemos ahí enfrente. ¿Qué coño la pantalla? Se ve un poco grande. Vamos a ver. Subir puntos de armas cuerpo a cuerpo. Desbloquea la habilidad para hacer ataques tal cual, vale. ¿Qué coño quieres, tía?
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
¿Y qué pasa con ella?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Claro, podríamos... ahora mismo no había... Dicho que te habías capaz de encargarte de mantenimiento de esta nave. Me estás diciendo que quieres abandonar mi tripulación por unirte a la suya. No creo que pueda ayudarte demasiado. Bueno, dale.
Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless or by message. And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you.
Claro, podríamos ir a ver a la ingeniera.
I abso-surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic. Even Mr. Thompson would have said it's my only skill. But I'm used to working on cannery lines, AG loaders and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
Claro, podríamos
Thanks,
ir ahora
Captain.
mismo.
I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about anything else before we moved on?
No, ya hablaremos.
Just checking your ship's...
Captain.
Hey, Captain. I'm in space.
That's not the point. This
Soldado
happened just knocked
corporativo.
out one of my
Está.
workers.
I'm in the middle of a situation.
Estoy en la mitad de un
If you
asunto.
could
Te
move along,
agradecería
I'd be
que
obliged.
despejaras el camino.
Don't go telling him where to step. Groundbreaker belongs to all of us.
Felix, first of all, no, it doesn't. And second, shut the hell up. Don't think I won't detain you again.
Diría que vas a hablar de problemas. ¿Te importa si hablo un momento que no te van?
Hey, knock yourself out. Or him, if you're so inclined.
Whatever
Está
you
bien.
heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a toss by mistake. Yeah.
Qué bueno.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
¿Qué planes tienes?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
No me has dicho cómo te llamas.
Felix
Sí, ya sé.
Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See
Hasta
you
otra,
around,
Feli.
boss.
Venga. Oh. Cago en la leche. Hay gente.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Aduana inspección dice.
Identification, please.
Identificación, por favor. Enseñar identificación, aquí tiene.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
¿Cómo
I want to
solucionar
take it
esto?
up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
¿Alguna idea de por qué me han incrustado la
Access
nave?
to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Vale, pues ir ahora con él y aclarar las cosas. Vale, voy a retrocederle el pescuezo.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me.
Ay, ay,
Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
por supuesto.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Entendido.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
¿Puedo hacer algo más por ti? Busca a alguien llamado Gladys.
Fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Necesito un trago. ¿Alguna reunión? No. ¿Podría encontrar algún trabajo por aquí?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
¿Y cómo funciona ese?
Are you pulling my leg?
Solo quiero escuchar tu mención.
Damn freighter captains. If it's not the scurvy getting to you, it's the space madness.
¿Qué sabes de chatarra Sublight?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
Esto es lo que necesitaba saber. Ahora. ¿Qué puedes decirme de
He's
Undon?
friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
Parece un tipo divertido. Entonces, hay tensión entre la Pionera y la Junta. La Junta controla la mayor parte del sistema, ¿no?
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
¿Y por qué no trabajan junto a la Pionera juntos? Seguí dándoles
It's a
caña. Ahí,
delicate
ahí.
balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
Gracias por la
Sure
información.
thing.
Nos
Be
vemos.
seeing you.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from
Vale, tenemos
Monarch.
Gladys ahí. Un Don Beef por ahí. Voy a ir a Gladys primero.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following.
Vale, creo que por aquí no es. Quitan coño.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Aquí sí.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Hola Gladys.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Me envía cine.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
¿Pagar 10.000? Cuéntame más sobre la oferta. Hay posibilidad de tener un descuento.
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light on the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double.
Te cojo, te reviento. Venga, cuéntame más sobre la oferta.
I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Nada de escrúpulos, cuéntame
Do
los
you know
detalles.
Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
No se hable
You've
más,
got an
apunto.
ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
¿De qué otros trabajos
Might want
sabes?
to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
El que vende, quería preguntarte otra cosa.
What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom?
Has mencionado que la Pionera escapa al control de la Junta. ¿De qué va todo este del calor? ¿Qué es lo que hace aquí? Retiro la Junta, las praderas, una bella estelar.
Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence.
Mencionado que la
That's right,
Pionera
dearie. The only
escapa al control
independent
de la
station
Junta.
in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss June Lay.
Eso está por ahora.
Are you
No
free
me
to
vas a
talk?
comer el coco. Cállate. Bueno, venga. A ver qué coño quieres.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
¿Conoces a alguien capaz de leer
I've been
libros?
thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Me parece una buena idea. ¿Dónde podemos dar con él?
That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
¿Cómo ayudarnos? No. Venga.
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Suena bien, vamos.
Thank you, Captain.
Ve.
I know she's in there.
A ver, tengo otra cosa por aquí.
Go back to Byzantium.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well,
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Alex ha muerto.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Vale, coño. Lamento tu pérdida. ¿Por qué has
I
encontrado mi nave?
impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells, he tells me he will soon. I impound his ship, he explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go.
Súper interesante. Bueno, sobre mi nave.
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
¿Qué te hace pensar que es algo sobre Phineas? ¿Dónde buscar a Phineas? Alex nunca menciona a Phineas.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
¿Hay algo que pueda hacer por ti? Quería hacerte otra
Be my
pregunta.
guest.
¿Qué haces aquí exactamente? ¿Puedes llevarme a Bahía Estela? ¿Hace mucho calor aquí?
Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
¿Qué haces aquí
I'm the
exactamente?
certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
Un pez gordo en pequeña buena situación.
I have few complaints.
¿Puedes llevarme a
Good
será?
law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
¿Sabes que no?
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
Vale. No, habría bastado. No hacía falta diseñarse una mínimo. ¿Por qué hay tantos guardias armados aquí?
Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
Querrás decir para guardarte las espaldas.
Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign.
Tener oficina encubierta de paseo te parece inocente.
When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
¿Ya no ha venido el presidente?
Good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
Manda cojones. Volviendo a mis preguntas.
Ask away.
Nos vamos. Nivel 8. Tengo otra misioncita por aquí.
Thought there'd be more machinery.
Hola,
Must be
cariño.
housed on a sub-level.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm
Tampoco
captain
cochina.
around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Este sí está muy
No,
bien,
it
jefa.
isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Haré todo lo que pueda para ayudarte a mantener la paz. Trataré de no empezar ninguna pelea. Pero puede que tenga que poner fin a alguna. Haré todo lo que pueda para ayudarte.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Ahora que viene a ser la sanción, puedo afirmar con seguridad que me dirijo a Monarca.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Parvati, querías hablar con Julie, adelante.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for
Nada,
you?
coño.
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Arranca,
Junlei is fine.
coño.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Parvati, no dudes en pedirme tiempo libre si necesitas para las notas en persona.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry.
Qué pringa.
I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Gracias, Julie. Tengo otra pregunta para
Not
ti.
a problem, Captain. Ask away.
Acerca de lo que está pasando.
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Que no has arreglado
Only the
todavía.
board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
¿No hay posibilidad de llegar a un acuerdo?
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
Inteligencia, necesitas un contrabandista que solucione esto. Por un precio razonable.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
De acuerdo, me encargaré de ello ahora mismo.
Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Puedes conseguir esas piezas en los hangares traseros. ¿No puedes conseguir las piezas en el trasero? Nah.
Good.
Vamos.
Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Venga. Consigue las nuevas piezas. Mira qué rápido llegamos. Un ascensor. Oh no. Pues nada, a por los malhechores. Hostia, le veo otro y tal. Vamos a ver qué nos encontramos aquí debajo. De esto me suena algo de que había un montón de peña y que al final nos llevábamos a tiro.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company? A neighbor from above?
Hola, colega.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Intimidación. Solo saldrás con vida de esta si te portas bien.
Ooh, look at the courage on this one. Lay it on me, boss. Give me a taste of that fiery primal spirit.
Vengo a buscar las piezas, me envía Yulei.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew.
Entonces, ¿puedo coger la pieza?
You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
Pues así la profecía. No te voy a... Venga. ¡Hostia! ¡Uy! Perdón, cariño. Hostia. Espera. Que me han cogido ahí de... ¿Pero qué arma tiene? No jodas. No le voy a dar bits porque no me da la gana. Encima 628. Sí, hombre. Para que al final me ataque igual. No me da la gana. No sé cuántos tengo, pero no se los voy a dar. ¿Por qué no? Si fuesen 200, vale, me lo pienso. Pero 628, sí, hombre, con lo que me ha costado conseguirlo. ¿Te piensan que a mí me lo dan gratis? Para que después la recompensa de la mujer me dé 300 y pierda 328. Pues nada, que estos son negocios. Te mato y ya está. ¿Te guilla? Ah, no. Está bien. No jodas, ¿para qué me hace cargar entonces en vez de llevarme ya abajo? Qué putada, tío. No entiendo por qué la pantalla de carga y por qué me mete aquí en vez de ya llevarme abajo. Hola, colega. Venga, sí, todo lo que tú digas.
Is this what?
Venga, este ya lo hemos leído. Sí, sí, vengo a buscar las piezas. Entonces puedo coger las piezas. Pues te mato. Loco, que si estaba escondido, tío. Se ha acabado. La última vez. Las ventajas proporcionan bonificaciones adicionales para ti y tus compañeros. Sí, voy a ponérmelo, que tengo un punto de habilidad, creo. Cago en todo. Qué mala pata. Bueno, vamos a ver qué conseguimos con esto. A ver. Hangares traseros. Otra vez a cargar. Qué raro. Bueno. ¿A dónde nos llevará a matarnos? Lo que tengo es que esconderme. Y por eso que está en dificultad normal. Si lo llego a haber puesto difícil... Te vas a cagar. Hostia, que me han dado bien, ¿eh? Oh, por la espalda. Vamos, recarga. Bien. Vale, fuera. Madre mía, qué duro está. Oh. Venga, hombre, a dormir. Guacho, van. Recarga. ¡Oh! Que me has asustado, capullo. ¿Estás loco o qué te pasa? ¡Qué susto! Vamos a robar esto. Dámelo todo. No, después de haberme jodido como me jodido, cabrón. Por aquí. Esto. A ver si hay algo por aquí. Nada. Esto para mí. Esto para mí.
Does everyone get branded? Red's crew?
Ya está. Cógelo, cógelo, cógelo. Nada, nada. Esto para mí. Esto. Esto para mí. Dos. Registro no sé qué. Coño este. ¿Qué coño? Oye, ahora. Oh, coño, no me dejaba. Vale, vale, esto ya lo he visto. Vale, no queda nada por aquí. Bueno, me lo llevo. Mira, más munición. Esto para mí. Tampoco tenía tanto el robo este. Esto nada, nada, nada. Aquí hay cosas. Electrocansua, pues de puta madre. Nada, nada. Vale, hay una parte abajo. Voy a ir a la parte de arriba. Que no hemos visto esto. A ver. Ah, está cerrado. ¿Qué hijo? Pero espérate, a ver si me lo puedo borrar. Que hay unas escaleras por aquí. Sube. Ah, me he olvidado de ponerme el punto de habilidad, ¿eh? Vale, esto por aquí. Y me ahorro. ¿Qué coño? Esto.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
Munición. Munición pesada. Esto. Un derivador. Perfecto. Y ahora tengo este. Ah, vale. Me toca ya. ¡Wow! Esto por aquí. Esto por aquí.
Can you imagine being frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this?
Esto. No hay nada aquí dentro. No hay nada por aquí. Por ahí sí. A mí. Y hay más ahí debajo, pero vamos a hacer la misión. A entregarla de una vez. Transición. ¿Ves cómo ha salido? No me creían, ¿eh? Que lo hiciera. Pues mira por dónde. Así que vamos a entregarla ahora. Y listo. Hablar con la tipeja esta. Por fin, casi no termina de cargar. Vale, la tenemos aquí al lado. Aprovechamos. Hola, cariño, he vuelto.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
Ay, qué poética, tengo las piezas. ¿Y ahora qué?
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Mantioruga, vale. Mahara está allí.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Vaya coño, estas dos están enamoradas. Bueno, y tenemos que ir a tomar por culo entonces. Tenemos que ir por este sensor. Pues bueno, dejaremos el episodio de hoy por aquí. No olvidéis de like, suscribirse y hasta el próximo capítulo. Chao, chao.